Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're uncovering a true bedrock principle. We're talking about the absolute foundational secret that literally dictates the success or failure of your entire investment journey. If you've ever felt like, your portfolio isn't quite hitting the mark, or if you're just trying to figure out how successful individuals consistently build wealth year after year, you are in exactly the right place. Okay, let's dive into this. There's this incredibly compelling mystery just hiding in plain sight. What is the crucial step that most investors completely overlook? Seriously, we spend so much time obsessing over market trends, trying to pick the perfect moment, and stressing about external factors, right? But there is a missing piece, an initial step that heavily impacts our financial gains, and yet, almost everyone just walks right past it. Section 1. The missing foundation, or the overlooked initial step. We just call this Step 1. It's the act of clearly defining your financial goals and, crucially, your actual capacity for risk before you ever even think about buying an asset. The deep irony here is that while establishing this objective is the absolute vital foundation of the whole investment process, it remains widely ignored. Like most investors just jump straight into the action, they completely neglect the very bedrock that holds the whole shebang together. Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds, the cost of skipping Step 1 and its impact on financial gains. Honestly, the consequences of neglecting this foundation are pretty severe. Skipping this initial step directly damages your financial gains, and that inevitably leads to subpar returns. You aren't just missing out on a few extra dollars here and there. You are fundamentally limiting your growth potential right from day one. It practically guarantees a rocky path, leaving you totally vulnerable to the common pitfalls that end up derailing so many eager investors. And this brilliantly illustrates a really stark contrast. Skipping Step 1? Well, that puts you on a trajectory defined almost entirely by subpar returns and falling into traps. It's basically the route of the impatient investor. But on the flip side, by prioritizing that foundational groundwork, you are literally setting yourself up for long-term financial success. It's essentially a binary outcome, and it's all driven by a single choice you make at the very beginning of your journey. Which brings us to Section 3, setting up for success, and how you can actually use this knowledge to your advantage. So, you might be wondering, who actually benefits from this insight? Well, the application is entirely universal. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking to really optimize an established portfolio, or you're literally opening your very first brokerage account today, returning to these fundamentals gives you a massive advantage. It just proves that solidifying the true foundation of your investment process is essential, no matter what your current level of expertise is. Now, what's really interesting about this progression is how transforming your strategy follows such a highly logical flow. First, you've got to prioritize that initial step. Just stop ignoring the foundation. Second, use that newfound clarity to refine your overall strategy. And then third, leverage that refined strategy to make highly informed decisions. By simply giving Step 1 its due attention, your whole approach becomes sharper, way more disciplined, and, for sure, significantly more effective. So we know the exact cost of skipping the foundation, right? And we've seen the incredible advantage you gain when you actually take the time to prioritize it. So the ultimate question I'll leave you with is this. Will you let impatience drive your portfolio into those common pitfalls? Or will you use this vital initial step to your absolute advantage? Because understanding these fundamentals is absolutely the key to outperforming the crowd. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep analyzing those fundamentals, stay focused, and I'll see you next time.